Hi everyone! In this lesson, we'll refactor our code by splitting our to-do list component into small components. We'll learn how to share state between components by lifting it up. What is code refactoring? Code refactoring is the process of restructuring existing code without changing its external behavior. The primary goals are to improve code readability, reduce complexity, enhance maintainability. One of the key principles of React development is to break down the UI into small, reusable components. This practice promotes code reusability, maintainability, and readability. We will divide our large to-do list component into small components. In React, state is often shared among multiple components that need to access or modify it. To manage this, state is typically kept in the closest common ancestor of the components that need it. The ancestor component then passes down the state and any functions to update the state as props. This approach is known as lifting state up. Let's go to our code and refactor it. I opened my Visual Studio Code and have my to-do list component, and as you can see, here are lots of code. And now I'm going to split this code into small components. And first of all, I'm going to open my terminal. And currently I'm in the main branch, and I'll create the new branch, git branch, and it will be git checkout, new branch, and it will be 10.9 refactoring. Okay, I check out my new branch, and now I can start my dev server, npm run dev, and open my application. I'll check my application to make sure I didn't break anything. Okay, now I can hide this, and now I'll create component for adding task and place this code inside my component and all functions, and provide my state and function to change the state as we learned previously. So I'm going to create my add to do component, add to do JSX, and also I need add to do CSS for my styles. And inside my component, I'm going to create function add to do, and provide some JSX return, and copy paste JSX from my to-do list. I'll just copy this. Okay, and I can export my component, export as default add to do, and inside my to-do list I can import the component, import and add to do, and now I can place it here instead of the code add to do, and later I will provide my props. But first let's check what we need to add. As you can see, we don't have input value on change and on click. Okay, and now I'm going to remove this state from our to-do list component and pass it into my add to do component. It will manage the state locally, and also I need some props and functions. We have input value, and now I'm going to copy paste these functions like handle add task and handle on change. I'm just removing them here and paste here. Okay, and as you can see, we need to-dos. It was in the state in our to-do list component, and also we need set to-dos, and we'll provide this state inside our props. And I'm going to add to-dos and pass to-dos from my state, and also we need set to-dos, and it's a function that changes the state, and I'll provide it as well. Okay, and now I can go to my component and check. We have handle input change, handle add task, and also handle also input value. And now I can copy paste my styles. Let's check what I have for styles. Row add task, and I need all styles that related to row add task. Okay, row add task, row all the states, and pass them here. And let's check again. We have this style, and I'll also copy paste it to my add to do style. Okay, and now I need to import my styles into my JSX. Import from add to do CSS, and let's check what we have. Okay, we have some errors, and I'm going to open my developer tools and check use state is not defined. Okay, we need to import use state. As you can see, use state import was added. Let's check again. Okay, we have our states. I'm going to remove some and add. And add doesn't work because set to-dos is not defined, and we passed to-dos into props, but we haven't checked it here, and we need to retrieve these props here, and I'm using object destructoring, just provide names, to-dos, and set to-dos. Okay, we have our to-dos and function to modify state in our props, and let's check again. I'm going to refresh and add new task, and as you can see, task was added. And, I can remove this console log. It was some debugging problem. Let me check it again. Refresh, delete, add. Everything is working, and now we can add our next component. And for next component, I'm going to add to do and place inside the to do all this code. Okay, and the new component will be to do JSX, and also styles to do CSS. And I can create also a function to do and return JSX, and JSX I'll copy paste from my to do list. It'll be that. And we can remove this. Okay, and now I can add export default to do, and import my to do into my to do list. Import to do and paste it here, just to do, and component to do. Close. And we need props. We definitely will need to do from map. Let's check what we have also. We have this to go to the completion function and handle delete to do that will change the to do state. And the next function will be handle delete to do. we have this function in our code, and I'm going to keep this function here and just provide them inside my to-do component. And also we need to retrieve these props here using object destructoring, and we pass to-do and also functions to go to the completion and handle delete to-do. Okay, and let's check what we have. Okay, we have some errors. Let's check the code to see what's wrong. Okay, everything looks good here, and let's check our to-do list component. Okay, I need to replace this curly braces with just braces and return JSX because I returned some function. Okay, and let's check again. Okay, we have our to-dos. And let me add some to-dos, and it's working. And we have each child in a list should have a unique key, and that's because we need to add key to our to-do. Just provide key, and it will be our to-do ID. To-do ID, and we can remove key from this div. Okay, and we can simplify a bit our code using object destructoring and provide here const and just destruct all these completed tasks and ID from our to-do. Completed task and ID from our to-do, and we can remove this to-do, and I'm going to just replace it with empty values. Okay, and let's check what we have. I'm going to refresh the page. This warning is gone, and add some items, remove, change the state, and everything looks good. You can close this console and add more items, and now we can move our styles from to-do list CSS. And actually we can move all styles to our to-do CSS. We have double task row styles, probably we don't need the first one. And now we need to import our styles from rows to-do CSS. Okay, and let's check. As you can see, we have our styles here. Refresh again, and add some new task. And now I can remove this CSS file. Just removed, and also remove this import. And we have some container class. Probably we can remove it also, and this task list. Okay, and as you can see, we have less code here and use smaller components. Also, if you want, you can place this into a separate component and lift the state up and place these functions inside that component, but I'm not going to do it. Our code looks nicer now, and let's check that everything is working. I'm going to refresh the page, remove several items. Okay, I can remove them all and add new and mark as completed, add complete, refresh, and everything is working. If you liked the video, subscribe to my DevWeb App channel, like the video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.